The greatest warrior panels have been revamped. Grind these characters and missions out now for over 100 Dragon Stones. How's it, everybody? Celtic Link here. We're back for another Dokkan battle video. In today's video, we are talking about the brand new greatest warrior panel missions in Dokkan battle. These new missions are going to grant you over 125 Dragon Stones simply by going through the somewhat tedious process of completion of all the missions. The end result of all this not only is those amazing stones that you'll be getting, but the awakening and EZA of the version Z Goku. If you've already got this guy fully awakened because you've been playing for a while, you now have the opportunity to EZA him. If you're a brand new player, you are building towards possibly one of the greatest free-to-play units we've had in a hot minute. So buckle in, because we got a bit to discuss here. There is a lot to grind out. It will take some time to get everything, but once you do, it will all be worth it. So let's go ahead and let's hop into the first tab, the beginner's missions. These are the easiest of the missions. They simply have you do the basics in the game. The completion of the tutorial, right? If you have completed the tutorial already, this should already unlock. If you are brand new to the game, the moment you load up, you should have been asked to complete the tutorial, and when you do so, it will unlock this. This will give you one copy of each of the new Saiyan Saga free-to-play team. That's all of these guys here that will go pretty well with this new version Z Goku. So you do want to make sure you're getting that one done. Once you do that, you'll probably want to go ahead and undergo training to start awakening these guys. Like, you'll probably want to Z awaken them, since those are the next missions. Simply head over to your character menu, Z awaken each one of them, and not only will that proc the undergo training, you will then, because you'll have to level them up to 80 in order to Z awaken them, not only will that proc the undergo training to get 9 copies of the version Z Goku, it will also proc the Z awakening for each of these guys, which will give you 9 more copies, allowing you to feed in their super attack. So that is a quick and real quick way, right? You don't have to do hardly any grinding to unlock all of these guys. Completion of all of that will complete board 1 of the beginner missions, which will also grant you 5 stones. Roughly, each of the boards gives you somewhere around 5 or more dragon stones. Once you move into the second board option, you will be asked to level up Goku's super attack, right? So those 9 that you got here, boom, do that. Once you've fed in the super attack for all of these guys, you will also get the hidden potential nodes for them as well, which you'll see you're going to need in a minute. So you'll kind of see that each of this is building in the process in which you would normally awaken and fill out a unit, right? So it's giving you the super attacks, and then it expects you to fill in those super attacks in board 2, and then, right, so that'll complete. Once you do that, you'll also have to complete the Master Roshi Turtle School event, the daily one. I believe if you've already done it for the day, it will not proc, so you do have to, you may have to wait until it resets to complete it once more for board 2. And I only say that because mine doesn't seem to have procced, and I did already do my training for the day. So it might just be one of those things, right? And that'll complete board 2. Completion of board 2 will unlock board 3, which will now require you to activate the hidden potential, right? So activating the 55% potential of each of your units that are still at their UR state, right? Because you've Z awakened them, they will give you 4 copies of each of those new units. Completion of that will net you enough to then fill in the rest of the hidden potential. And as you can see, right, as you unlock the 4 paths, it will give you the potential orbs you need to fill in for each of them. Stay tuned. I will have a hidden potential guide on exactly what I think you should fill in. So if you do fill them in, the hidden potential guides, the hidden potentials for these guys, you can always regrind them out from this event here if you ever want to change them, right? They can now be grinded out through the various stages of this event, starting on from stage 4, which will, and this is the Saiyan Warrior Race event, starting from stage 4, which begins to unlock the Gohan and Piccolo. So again, unlocking their potential, each of the 4 nodes, you can then fill in their hidden potential in the next one, right? So you can see that this will complete the missions on board 3, getting you another 5 stones. So far, right, up to board 3, we've gotten 5, we've gotten 10, we've gotten 13, 15 for 2 for this one, another 20, another 5 for unlocking Goku's hidden potential, and then completion of board 3. All right, that puts us at 35 stones. So now that we've gotten all of the hidden potential orbs, we've unlocked all of the paths. Now the game is going to ask us to fill in the hidden potential completely for all of these, right? Only up to 97%, right? Notice how it's not asking for 100% just yet, because they're not including the filling of the potential nodes, right? Your additionals and all that good stuff. So doing so, right, for each of them, including Goku, will unlock all the medals needed to awaken these guys. So you want to make sure you do that, because then it'll save you some grinding from the events, right? But unlocking Goku's gets us another 5, so that's 40 Dragon Stones. Completion of this board will give us another 45 Dragon Stones. Up to then, so once that, we move on to board 5 of the... beginner mission. This begins to Dokkan awaken each of the characters. So doing so will actually allow you to easy A all of these characters. So really, or not easy A all of the characters, but easy A the Goku, right? These are the missions you need. 9, 9, 9, 9, 9. That's 45, which is exactly how much you need to unlock them. So that's very helpful there. It'll it'll make your life that much easier. From there, all you have to do is put the characters on your team and go clear a couple of events, right? With these characters on your team. Easiest way to do that is exactly what they tell you to do. Clear a Dokkan event. Pick any Dokkan event, whichever one. This team will clear it with the Easy A Goku now as the lead, since he does, in fact, I think his Easy A now puts him at a... That's not his... Yeah, okay. Now puts him at a Saiyan Saga for 130, so that will easily take down any Dokkan event, and doing so with them will unlock the last of the beginner's missions, right? So that'll complete... Where are we? Yeah, so that'll complete all of the missions on board 5 by doing that. Once you do that, this is kind of where things start to get interesting, because now you're going to want to kind of go into, it's basically guiding you through all the different types of events, right? So now you're going to have to complete growth events like Roshi event or Bulma's prep event. Like this one can be run multiple times. So running this or the Whis event multiple times will unlock the 3 missions here. Okay, you will also unlock this one here. You can clear the Hercules Big Buck for stage once, which can also be run multiple times. This will get you a bunch of Zenny. Sell a character for some friend points. Use Zenny in the Baba Shop. Perform a friend summon. Use the trade points in the Baba Shop. All of this is just helping you gather resources. Use a support memory. If on any of those missions that you've run already, you use a growth support memory like the Oolong or whichever other one you'll have that complete. The easiest way to do that is when you load up a Dokkan event, just load up a one of the start of turn support memories and it'll be good to go. Okay. From there, you'll also need to do a friend request, which you can do as you complete any one of these, and that will complete board 6, right? So if we total up our stones one more time here, this is all just the beginners, right? This is getting us more than 75, right? So again, 5 for board 1, 3 for completion of the super attack, right? So that's 15 for by board 2, unlocking Goku's potential, that's 20. Board 3 gets us 25. Gohan and Piccolo gets us another 5, so that's 30. Another 5 here for completion of board 4, 35. Dokkan Awakening Goku for 2 stones, another 2 for clearing the stage, and then 1 more. So that's another 40 right there. Then we get another 45 for completion of board 5. Then the growth events, another 3, another 2 for support memory, so that's another 50, 55 for completion of board 6, right? So we're at 55 stones now. Moving on from there, completing the new threat. So again, I told you, you may have to go back if you want to change the hidden potential for any of these guys. And in doing so, you can get the rest of the stones. 1 stone for completion of stage 2. Stage 4 gets you a completion of stage 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 will all get you a ton of resources plus more stones. Now, why would you want to do this other than changing hidden potential for any of those? If you need to, you also, if you are a new player, are going to have to clear these for getting the support memory. So just, throwing that out there. Then completion of that, you'll want to go on to the next stage, the Fierce Battle for Planet Namek. This is the one where you, I believe this is the Kid Gohan event, right? Completion of that will get you, stage 1 will get you a couple more Zenny resources and some Z training swords. And then completion of stage 3 will get you the Fierce, will get you 1 last stone. And then finally completion of a wish upon the Dragon Balls will be the last mission you need to do for the beginner's mission. Now, to do this, you simply load into the quest mode. So you'll have to go to the Dragon Balls tab in your team menu, check out where the Dragon Balls are located, go to the corresponding stage, collect it up as you complete the corresponding quest stage, and you'll get your wish there. Check out my original beginner's guide on how to do that in its entirety. It's pretty simple. You just complete the specified quest mode stages, and then from there you have all the missions completed, and that will have been 75 Dragon Stones just for completing all of these missions. It is a lot. It may take a hot minute to get it all done, but it is worth it once it is all done. So once you've got that, you've got your team, you've got them leveled up, you've got them awakened and filled out the hidden potential, you are ready for the intermediate missions. The intermediate missions are going to have you just do some real basic stuff, but it's going to net you skill orbs for the various characters in the Saiyan Saga free-to-play team. Now, unfortunately, the Dokkan Wiki is having a little trouble loading up the assets, but each one gives you each one of these completions gives you different orbs for the different characters, right? So clearing story events, clearing super strikes, clearing Dokkan events, clearing prime battle events, right? Winning an Extreme C battle, right? You can literally do this right now, load into any Extreme C battle, go do 3 stages again at stage 30, and you'll be good to go. Attempt the punch machine. You don't even have have to win, you just have to attempt it. Clear Pan's Secret Adventure in the Growth tab. Clear any event in the Portal of Memories. Now, for new players, this might be kind of difficult. It does give you keys by completing this, so just pick any stage in there and then complete it. The story modes typically use the least amount of keys and go the quickest, and then that'll complete board 1 of the intermediate missions. Then all you have to do is take all of those orbs, equip them to your characters, tackle the Whis event, which, by the way, I do think if you clear the Whis event while you're doing the other missions, this will actually proc here, so you don't have to do it again. And then trade those in, trade at least one of these tickets in the Whis shop for some more. That'll complete board 2 of the intermediate missions, and then all you have to do is go in and just complete some stages. Quest mode's probably the easiest way to do this, because what it's asking you to do is get incredible gems. So the easiest way to do this is go to the newest quest mode stage, stage 37-4. You'll get both blue and green incredible gems, which you can then exchange for here. Clear the Master It Special Technique of Hope once. This is the Hercule event. It has just been brought back to the story mode. It's a simple nuking event. It doesn't take much time at all. Then this one is going to take a while. If you're a newer player, you have to level 100 link skill levels. As a new player, this is going to take you a minute. The easiest way to do that is to do stage 35-1 or stage 35-6, and that'll be the quickest way to get those done, but it will take a minute to get all of this done. It'll get you some more hidden potential orbs. Same for clearing you'll have to also clear the 2 Battle Smart Brawlers 5 times, Ginyu Force 5 times, which, if you are a new player, you're going to be doing this anyways because there's a bunch of missions involved for this, and that'll complete all of the missions for the intermediates. There's a lot going on here, but here, completion of this gives you 5, 10, 15, 20. So that's 95 Dragonstones total for doing these 2 missions. From there, we go into the advanced missions. The advanced missions are pretty simple. This is where you're going to start getting into some harder harder for newer players, right? You're going to have to clear things like the Fighting Legend Goku, the GT Goku event, the Fighting Legend Vegeta, Frieza, Boss Rush, IDBH, basic Super Battle Roads, the Training with Cybermen event, which is pretty much permanently available for the time being, and as well as Extreme Z Awaken, Extreme Z Battles and Extreme Z Awakening characters. So as a new player, you're going to get this done easy because you'll have to easy A the Ginyu and the Bardock squad. But older players, you may have to grind out. I'm unsure if this one procs on its own. I think it does, but I could be wrong. If it doesn't, just go grab a couple free-to-play units and easy A them real quick. It may take a minute, but that's probably the easiest way to do it. Currently, the Namek side, the easiest way is probably to do some of the Dragon Ball story characters that can be easy awakened because they're always there, right? So you don't have to worry about that. You'll also have to complete the collection of epic battles and clear the support memory boost and use a special sticker. So completion of this one nets you another 5, 10, 15, so another 15 Dragonstones, which puts us at 100 and what is that? 120 stones altogether for all of this, right? Because 15 from 95. And then, or sorry, 105, because we had 90 from the other one. All right, and then that brings us to the final one, the expert missions. All right, this one's going to be a little tough because you have to clear Extreme Super Battle Road. You have to begin clearing Ultimate Red Zones, the Shenron event. You have to complete the Red Ribbon Army, Wicked Bloodline, Cell Max, the Divine Wrath and Mortal Will, the Intensifying Fights, right? All of these missions, which can be a bit difficult. I think the new version Z team under a proper 200% lead, so someone like Yamcha or who would lead most of them, or they're all Earthbred fighters. World Tournament Goku, for example, that they could easily handle this right here. Even the STR, Gohan, and Piccolo, if you've got them, right? You should be able to clear pretty much all of these events with that team, especially if you're intending to use items, and that'll complete board 5. Now, this one is hard because you do need, right, the specified Extreme Z battle. This specified Extreme Z battle is Videl, so you won't be able to do this one till tomorrow when she awakens. If you're watching this in the future, she's already done. You'll be able to do that real quick once she comes back. And then you'll also need to do the Dismal Future, Movie Editions 2, Peppy Gal's Manor, Super Memorial Battle, Supreme Magnificent Battle, the regular one, the Dragon Ball Super one, the Broly event, right? So these events are designed to test you, right? The first half of these, I think, can definitely be done with the new Saiyan Saga team. I am unsure about some of these. I feel like looking at the team where it's at, it might. I mean, you could probably. It doesn't specify which stage, right? So you could do one of the first stages of these events and probably be okay. But you're definitely not tackling the final stages with them. But when you do finally tackle the final stages, you'll be more than enough ready with some of these other teams. But I'll try it out with these. But I can see it being pretty easy. But completion of all of these missions will net you 5, 10, 15 more, totaling in 125 dragon stones. So really, really good. It is worth the time. Not only are you going to get a free-to-play EZA LR, you're going to get all of these guys right here, who are all pretty decent when together on the Saiyan Saga team. Honestly, I am definitely seeing a lot of potential out of like these guys right here, especially since they do stack, right? And they stack pretty quickly. So they just have to be on a Saiyan Saga or Earthbred Fighters team. So like I said, under a Earthbred Fighters 200% lead, they could work pretty darn well. And I think you could honestly see some good stuff out of this team in some of those events it's asking you to complete. So guys, I know that's a lot, but I just wanted to break it all down for you. That is how to complete all of the missions for the new Greatest Warrior panel tabs. It'll be pretty quick and painless if you follow the steps. It can take a little bit of time if you are a older player, because some of the stuff you're going to have to go back and redo that other, beginning players are just going to fly through because they have to do it anyways. So for older players, a lot of it's going to be redoing some stuff you may have already done, but the end result is worth it. Again, like I said, 125 dragon stones you're getting for doing all of this. So it's definitely worth it. So guys, that is it for the video. If you like the video, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. And in the comments down below, let us know how your grinding went. If you went through all the process, how do you like the new free-to-play team? How long did it take you to complete all of the panel missions? If you are a returning player, if you're a new player, what do you think of the panel missions? Does it feel easy? Is it intuitive compared to what it was before? Let us know in the comments down below. Otherwise, guys, as always, thanks for watching, and aloha.